I got married 6 months ago, and you want to know what is pissing me off is how often now I am genuinely treated as secondary to my husband. And I'm tired of acting like it's not a big deal and it doesn't matter and it doesn't affect you. It's literally with everything. We go get a mortgage. He's listed as the primary mortgage holder. I'm listed as the secondary. We get our taxes done. I just got the forms back. This is why I'm crashing out. He's listed as taxpayer. I'm listed as spouse. Even though I'm the one that reached out to the CPA, set up the appointment, has been giving him the documents, has been the one corresponding with him. He's barely talked to my husband. My husband still gets the taxpayer designation and I get the spouse designation. And the shit matters. The shit matters for how it makes you feel and how we see women and how we treat women. And can you imagine if we made men live this way? Like literally, can you imagine how they would react if they opened their mailbox every day and got letters that said, hello, Mr. Wife's first name, wife's last name?
Family, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just hearing this woman is stressful. Like, stressful. Can you imagine going a lifetime with this type of person in your ear, stressing you about some of the most petty things that you can possibly think of? Of all of the first world problems that you can choose to have a conversation about on this app, you choose to make a issue out of not being listed first on the tax returns or the mortgage, and you only been married for 6 months. Yo, listen, y'all. I am an advocate for marriage, but not under these circumstances. I am not an advocate for being married under duress. And you know me, as a person that has been married almost 21 years, no way that this thing has a chance of survival unless this guy just got the patience of Job or he is incredibly beta and he truly lives by the mantra, happy wife, happy life. Because I'm telling you, in this marathon, it is going to be. I ain't even got to the part where it's a problem for her to even make it a problem about something that's unproblematic 6 months into a marriage. And she's talking this feminist BS, this nonsense. The first two words that she jumped onto this platform, she was already cursing. Could you listen, fellas? In this first world American culture where we champion feminism and women go around saying that I want partnership, could you imagine subjecting yourself to a person that speaks to you like this, that whines and complains, and that the children will be running for the hills? And the children, if they decide to have children, Daddy, save me, as soon as they come into the house. I, in no way, shape, or form, and I'm assuming that the majority of you guys are in the same boat as me, because ain't no way in God's green earth or ain't no way in hell that I would ever sit here and a woman comes to me. And you know what the worst part about it is? There's going to be a whole bunch of women that support this. It's going to be a whole bunch of women that's like, yes, girl, I can't believe it. Fight the power. Continue to push women's rights. Listen, I promise you, I'm going to give you my thoughts in a minute because I got to get the full context. And the one thing that I like to do is make sure that I give credit to the content creators, regardless of whether or not I agree with them or not. So that link will be down in the description, back to their profile. Thank you guys for sending it to me. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. And if you have not already, you should already be subscribed, because this is not your first time here. And this is not the first video that you've seen me react to, have a conversation about, and then give you my insight and information on how it is you can do things differently. But let's go ahead and rewind and get it all the way from the beginning, and let's see what she got to say. I pray to God that she's not from Detroit. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
I got married 6 months ago, and you want to know what is pissing me the fuck off is how often now I am genuinely treated as secondary to my husband. And I'm tired of acting like it's not a big deal and it doesn't matter and it doesn't affect you. It's literally with everything. We go get a mortgage. He's listed as the primary mortgage holder. I'm listed as the secondary. We get our taxes done. I just got the forms back. This is why I'm crashing out. He's listed as taxpayer. I'm listed as spouse. Even though I'm the one that reached out to the CPA, set up the appointment, has been giving him the documents, has been the one corresponding with him. He's barely talked to my husband. My husband still gets the taxpayer designation and I get the spouse designation. And the shit matters. The shit matters for how it makes you feel and how we see women and how we treat women. And can you imagine if we made men live this way? Like, literally, can you imagine how they would react if they opened their mailbox every day and got letters that said, hello, Mr. Wife's first name, wife's last name? Don't even get me started with the name stuff. I didn't change my last name. There are people in my personal life and just like random strangers that I interact with that refuse to acknowledge that still insist on calling me Allie, husband's last name, or Allie, my last name, husband's last name. They just straight up refuse.
Why would she not take her husband's last name? And why would a man marry a woman that's not willing to take her husband's last name?
And I'm gonna start being mean about it. Like, because why not? Like, I'm just, or not even being mean about it, just being like, why am I the secondary person? You've only been talking to me. Because it's everyone. It's contractors. If I'm the one who reaches out to a contractor, I'm the one who sets up time. I'm the one who's been emailing him. He comes into our home to give the estimate with me. We get the estimate back. We get the invoice. It still has my husband's name on the top. Like, it's actually shocking to.
That means that he's expecting for the husband to take precedence when it comes to sending that payment. It means that the husband is covering you. It's symbolic when a woman gives her last name up and then take her husband's lap. Let me get, I ain't ready yet. We got to get to the full video.
To me, how often this keeps happening in the 6 months that I've been married.
Woo!
And it fucks with your psyche. And I'm going to start being mean about it because imagine if we made men live like this.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is feminism in a nutshell. It is complaining about rights that you don't have, that you don't need, that literally makes things more difficult for the people that have them, and then ultimately for the people that got to cover you and protect you from yourself because you refuse, or you're just so petty that you just want to make things so difficult for the person that you live with. Divorce, annulment, please, ASAP. Listen, when are, because I'm not familiar with annulments. How do annulments work, y'all? Y'all know how annulments work? I'm just trying to understand how annulments work because ain't no way in hell. You know what's so funny? I wonder if you would be first in line if somebody broke into the house that y'all just renovated, and they decided that they wanted to break in, they got a weapon, makes things difficult. Who comes first in that situation? You know what I know for sure is that, because I've seen a lot, right? I've seen people get their cars repossessed. I've seen people go homeless. You know, I've worked with homeless people. I've seen people lose their homes. You know where the responsibility lies? Nobody goes to the woman and says, I can't believe y'all let y'all selves go homeless. You know what that responsibility falls into? Us. See, it's all fun and games when life is okay. But when things get a little bit difficult, you know where the responsibility starts to fall on? Because all of that feminist nonsense goes out the window. When the money get low, when things get difficult, it falls on the shoulders of the man because people don't care about men. They want to see results. And when I see women whining, I also see a bunch of babies that don't want to take ownership and responsibility of everything when it comes to taking care of business, because ultimately, regardless, you are not equal. You will never be equal. And it is always his responsibility to ensure that you're taken care of, even in a society that we've civilized so much that it allows for you to have the autonomy, the opinion, and ultimately be able to say and do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. It is a privilege. It is a blessing. It is not a requirement. It is not something that you deserve or earned. You are just blessed. And no way in hell that I will ever put myself in a situation. And this guy probably should have got premarital counseling before he decided to tie the knot. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Again, tap into the Patreon. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay safe.